Okay, thanks.
Hi, everyone. Tonight we're going to talk about onboarding new team members. And some of you might be new, and depending on where you're coming in, but as you add people to your team, I think that this information is really going to help you. So, there are teams out there that are just exploding. And basically what happens, why they're exploding is because they're setting up systems so that everybody is doing the same thing. I like, Soshi, when you sign up new consultants, I'm hoping that you'll use this process and then they'll use this process. And then, as we develop more and more systems, you're going to find that it makes the business so much easier. So, hi, Deb. Glad you could join us. All right. So here we are. I'm sorry. I got to share my screen. And so when you sign up a new consultant and you get that message, you have a new team member. I mean, isn't that an awesome message to get? You have a new team member. I'm not sensing much excitement there.
It's very exciting.
Very exciting. So as soon as you you hear that, you want to touch base with them, and of course, one of the things to find out with people is what communication method is best for them. But really recommend when you set up this 20-minute phone call for onboarding that you really try to do it with a phone call or a Zoom like this somewhere, because what you're doing right now is you're building the relationship, okay? You want them to feel welcome. You want them to feel part of the team. So contact them, and either it's by text or by message to set up this call to say, listen, when can we set up a 20-minute phone call? Okay, really important. Do that right away. I've got 5 important training tips that are important. Oh crap! I'm sorry. This thing is so sensitive. It's really hard to. Okay. And the gig economy is what people are calling ours right now, and a lot of new people. Have you heard of the term gig economy before? It's a new trendy thing about, it's just our economy these days. So, Deb, we really like looking at your chest, honey. All right. Anyway, so these things you want to incorporate in your first call: set expectations, provide easy to follow step-by-step systems, keep it simple, encourage your consultants to use trackers and explain the importance of asking enough. There are some trackers I didn't have time to put. I will talk about them in other workshops. And of course, I'm talking at 9 o'clock about moving on up with the director bound course. But set up regular accountability check-ins and share baby steps, okay? Now, you want to welcome them, of course, like I mentioned, when they sign up, send a welcome note and arrange a time to do this call with them. I'm sorry, this I need to get rid of. Add them to whatever, pages you have. Add them to JoePack, add them to your team page, and let them know that they need to have Pampered Chef. If you're going to add them to any other pages that aren't our team pages, like the virtual party page, they need to have Pampered Chef in their profile or they won't be added. You want them to change that because of course you want all of their friends and family to know that they're selling Pampered Chef, so let them know that. But again, the most important task is the new consultant first call. But if you cannot get with them, somehow at least break this into smaller pieces. And I will be putting this document in JoePack under files so that you can do it. And then it'll be actually, it's kind of a rough format right now. And I did put it on the Angel team, Marcy, so that, but I'll share it so that you can use it to refer to. Spend a little time to get to know them again. You're building the relationship. Welcome them. I'd love to get to know you better. Tell me about yourself, your family, married or not married. There actually is a worksheet you can use through Dash with onboarding new consultants. You can use it. You've seen that, Soshi? Okay. Do you have kids? No kids? What kind of work do you do? And what sparked your interest in Pampered Chef? This is something you really need to find out from your new consultants. Also great to find out from your customers, because if you find out what sparked their interest, you know what to target. If you keep hearing the same thing, well, I love the products, and if you keep hearing that over and over again, then you're going to know how to market your business. Tell a little about yourself. Again, this call is not about you. It's about them. And so tell them a little bit about yourself. Inspire them with your story. You want them to look at you as the authority with Pampered Chef. Okay? Let them know. I started because I wanted. I now make this kind of money doing how many shows and leading a team. Hi, Carmi. Glad you could join us.
Hi.
Yeah. So your story is going to be a little bit different. But again, if you don't have a team, be proud of the fact that you're building a team. Don't let any of your inhibitions or any of your past, if you will, failures, don't let anything bog you down. Be excited about your business. Show that we're showing them the possibilities right now. All right. Now we're going to share with them the income possibilities. And again, this may not be your story, but you really need to wrap your mind around what's available with Pampered Chef. And you know what? And quite frankly, this is where we need to do a little bit of work with this, because I'm not sure everybody really understands the income possibilities. If you really think about the Fast Track program and how much money a new consultant can make in the first 6 months, every time they sign somebody up, they have a chance to, get $1,000. So anyway, and if they sign up 5 people, that really gets into be a lot of money. So our average consultant that does 4 virtual parties a week earns between $200 and $500 per week. All right, that's real money, you guys. You may not be doing it, but this is real money. Hi, Gail.
Hi.
So this means that they could earn between $800 and $2,000 a month. What new consultant could not use that kind of money? Right? How much would you like to make with your new side gig? Find out what kind of consultant they want to start out as. At Pampered Chef, we do home cooking shows, virtual parties, freezer meal workshops, book parties, fundraisers, and bridal registries. I'll bet that your new consultant does not know that we have those types of things to offer. And, again, you might not be doing them, but don't limit what they might and what might interest them. Do you want to try a little bit of everything? Are you set on one way or the other? And let them tell you. If they say everything, they should schedule an in-home and a virtual launch party right away. If they say virtual, they should schedule a virtual launch right away. First goal, of course, is the $500. So explain the new consultant reward program, even if you've already done this before. Sometimes people need to hear things 6 times. So be patient with them. You might be throwing a lot at them right now. Some people, this might overwhelm some people. It might not overwhelm other people, but, be prepared to explain it a couple times. When you join Pampered Chef, you're in a 90-day rewards program. So let me explain it to you. Your 30 days ends, and again, tell them, and your 90 days ends, and make sure to mark those dates in your calendar too. Right here. So when you submit $500 in your first 30 days, you're going to earn a ceramic egg cooker and a mini skinny scraper. When you submit your first $12.50, Pampered Chef will send you the 8-inch nonstick pan. When you submit your next $12.50, they will send you the 10-inch nonstick stainless steel pan. When you submit another $2,500, Pampered Chef will send you the entire knife block set. This is all within your first 90 days. So take the time to explain that. When you submit your first $12.50, no later than the 30-day end date, you will also get your month sign-on bonus. All right, and we know that sometimes we have them, sometimes we don't, but just again, let them know what's going on. Our first goal is to get you to sell $12.50 as fast as we can, so that we can earn you that sign-on bonus, an egg cooker, the scraper, an 8-inch pan, and make your initial investment back. Really always harp on helping them get that initial investment back. All right. Any business that makes back its initial investment is a successful business, right? All right. There's a lot of businesses that don't make their initial investment back into, like a year into the business. I think I might have gone too. And then sound good. Touch base with them, sound good, and just kind of touch base and make sure that they understand. All right, more money. There are other ways you can also earn money, more paper chip dollars, by growing a team. So every time you bring on a new team member, you will make more money on what you sell and what they sell. Once they qualify with their first $12.50, you will earn $100 cash. When you add one active team member, you get a promotion. What other company allows you to promote and pay your first month? I don't think again, people understand that they get a raise and they get a promotion, right? When they sign up their first consultant. I put that together pretty fast today, you guys. So recap and confirm with them. So our goals are $12.50 as fast as we can, and 1 or 2 buddies on your team right away to make you more money and have some more buddies. Okay? Make sure they understand that. There's also a fast track bonus for you. It is up to $2,000 cash bonus in your first few months. This is available only for you, anyone in their first 6 months. So if you don't go after it, it will be dollars left on the table. Any interest in earning that cash bonus? Now we're finding out, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you want your business to go here? All right. Once you get through the first couple rounds of parties, you will revisit the details of making sure you earn this. Okay, but start, set the pace, set the stage that they can earn fast track. And then you're going to always keep coming back to it. It's like asking your host 5 times, to join your team. You want to, people, they need the repetition, like I mentioned earlier. Explain your part as their recruiter. We always want to make sure we're doing our job, right? My job is to help you earn every reward in your first 90 days, including that fast track bonus. So we're going to stock you up with lots of parties right now and get you trained to earn them. How does that sound? And then this is where you can kind of get a feel for them and what they want. And again, they don't, first of all, they don't know the possibilities, like we mentioned a little bit earlier. They're not going to know it until you tell them. And so, you want them to know what the possibilities are, that they absolutely can do this. All right. The quick start plan. Here's what we recommend to get you started successfully and reach all of those rewards we talked about. Let's plan for the 4 virtual parties a week for the next 30 days to use as your training period. Most successful consultants run 4 to 6 parties a week. Again, you're setting the stage. Okay, somebody's got some background noise going on. When you do that, you will average $800 to $1,500 a month. We are going to work together on this. I can't do it for you, but I'm going to help you every step of the way. Are you ready to get started? So you're touching base with them. Okay, let me see. Where am I here? All right, so now you're going to share some booking messages with them. And of course you can, we'll put, there's all kinds of scripts out there. And we'll put this in a text so that you can copy and paste this. But let me share some messages to use to get your first parties booked. Copy and paste this message to 30 people a day. Again, don't blink an eye. Don't say, oh, that sounds like a lot. Don't say, this looks hard. You let them think that this is the expectation. Copy and paste this message to 30 people a day, and you're going to see your calendar will fill up with 4 parties a week quickly. In fact, if any of you do that, you're going to fill up your party schedule real fast, aren't you? And let them know you can do that. You can do it. A virtual party message would be something like, hey, Marcy, I don't know if you saw, but I just started doing Pampered Chef because I wanted to earn a little bit of extra income. I'm looking for friends who can help me by doing a fun virtual party starting on whatever Sundays. I always recommend you run your parties the same times, starting on Sunday, ending on Saturday, whatever you do. I set it all up and you invite your friends. It's an easy way for you to get some great products for free, discounted, and I really appreciate your help getting my business started. What do you say? Okay. Again, we're not asking yes or no. We're asking a question that they cannot answer yes or no to because you want to perpetuate the conversation there. Live party script might be something like, hey Marcy, I don't know if you saw, but I just started doing Pampered Chef because I wanted to earn a little extra income. I'm looking for friends who can help me and do a fun cooking party at your home. We'll cook together and learn a few new recipes. What do you say? Let's get together with you and your friends. You and your friends. Okay, objections. Prepare them for objections. Let them know that not everybody's going to say yes, so that they're not blown out of the water. Many people will say they would like to, but they're so busy or no time, right? Isn't that usually what we hear? Review some objections with them so that you know how to respond to them. One of the things that you can do is, especially if they're texting, they might get a rejection in text. Have them screenshot it. And then you can help them how to respond to that objection, okay? That is so effective, you guys. It's the best way, especially for recruiting objections. Hey, toss it to me, and I'll help you deal with that. Okay, many of your outreaches will not get immediate results, and you know that. Be sure to send a GIF or a 48-hour follow-up to be sure they saw your message. You'd be surprised how many will respond when you do this. Now, sometimes it's great to say, hey, send them an email saying, hey, I sent you a text message, did you get it? Or I sent you a Facebook message, did you get it? It's always good to use two different methods of communication if you can. And again, tell them that. Ask them, do you know how to copy and paste into a message? I'm sorry. Maybe that didn't show to you, but ask to find out their skill level with Facebook messaging, all right? You might have to, and again, Google, and they can Google anything. And eventually we'll have videos to help them with this kind of stuff. Ask them, do you foresee any problems with sending out at least 30 per day? And you might get a little bit of pushback there. But you might then have them look at their Facebook friends. So you see people say, well, I don't really know anybody. It's funny because I started a new consultant, and she said she didn't know anybody. And I said, let me look at your Facebook. And she had, 800 friends. I'm like, come on, Start with the A's, although Facebook doesn't put things alphabetical. But go through your friends list and don't prejudge. The people you think will have a party probably won't have a party. It will be the ones that you don't think will have a party that will book right away, okay? You know that. Time constraints. Ask them, do you have at least 15 to 30 minutes a day to send messages in the next 48 hours? And ask this to find out any time restrictions or objections. All right, this is really important. Where can you run a business on 15 to 30 minutes a day? Cut and paste. I mean, I know I've sent out 30 messages in 15 minutes, so issue a booking challenge. I know, and let them, I really want you to understand this. This system works. I know way too many people whose businesses are exploding using these techniques. So I'm really going to encourage you that if you've got pushback, don't be skeptical. I'm really encouraging you to put this to work, because I think you're going to see the same results when you use this system. So be confident saying, I know, to this new consultant, our systems work. And if you just follow this program, you will have success. So when you book at least one show next week and 4 more the following week, I am going to send you Happy Meal. And you never know what that is, but it just makes you happy when you receive it. Okay? Are you up for the challenge? Ask them, are you up for the challenge? Today is Wednesday. I'd love for us to talk, on Friday, 2 days from now, and tell them what the date is. Now, we've covered who to reach out to, what to say, and when you are going to work. Do you have any other questions or anything else you need from me to be able to send those messages? I know that you can achieve your goals when you follow the system. And I'm so excited to be working with you. Aren't you excited? So she's excited. Now, this is really the only time, you can certainly have as many phone calls if your time allows. Again, anything you can do to boost the relationship with your new team member, phone calls or Zoom. But this is really the only call that you need to have. The rest could be messages, unless they need more specialized help. So you're going to want to instruct them to message you. However, you want to communicate. For me, Facebook messaging is the easiest for me. I love Facebook messaging because I can see that they saw it. All right, that's my favorite way. But just because it's my favorite way doesn't mean that it's theirs. All right, so once they get some parties booked, this is what to send them. Respond to their message by saying, "Go you! Way to get your first show booked. Keep working to fill your calendar with more." In the meantime, there's some video. We're going to do some videos. You can send them to a video on how to make a Facebook group. It's actually on Google, but we'd like to provide them as a team. And then how to set up a party link. Doesn't Pampered Chef have a video on how to set up a party link? They do. We just need to get that link and share that. Watch both videos for how you'll set up your Facebook group and how you'll set up the ordering link. And again, I really want you to show them the videos. You don't need to be going in and showing every consultant how to do it, because again, we're trying to help you set up systems so that you're not doing things over and over and over again, okay? And of course, if you're setting up the videos, then they can share it with their team members too. Message me when you finish that and send me the ordering link. Then I'll tell you what's next. Way to go. All right. Okay. When they message you that that's done, again, encourage them. Fabulous job. Now it's time to set up your template for easy posting into the party. Now, a lot of times, what I do is I add someone to one of my parties so they can take anything from it they want. To me, that is a great way. But you can share a template with them if you want to, if you've got time. Again, once I wish I had a new consultant template. I don't. But once I get that done, of course, that's what I'll do. Now, share the template with them, and again, it might take a little bit of time, but the good news is once it's done for all of your parties. Most consultants change out the games once a month and make a new template twice a year when new catalogs come out. You don't have to recreate a new party every week, all right? I like to do it monthly, but again, but you can keep it easy. You don't have to stress over that. And then, of course, you always want them to message me when you have that done. Follow up, and mark in your calendar if they've gotten that far. You want to make sure you hear from them in a day or two. All right. Let's see here. When they message you that it's done, just say, "Great work. You'll be so glad that you did all that. Be sure to add me to your party group so I can help support you throughout the party." Okay? And then follow up with them. Follow up is just as important with your new team members as is. A lot of people say Velcro them to your, I heard stories this past weekend about how people talk with their new, message every day. They message them every day. And really, how long does a message take? Especially with voice to text, So check in on their party for a few times. You're going to be able to find out what's going on and, help them recognize who's interested, who's not, how to respond. When to take it to a private message, when to respond in the party. Again, this is where they're going to learn they're going to be effective. I remember to coach them to get tons of people in their group. If they don't have 30 in the group, they want to go for 50. It's always, the message is always, "Hey, Marcy, you've got 12 people. That is a great start. Let's keep working on getting that 50. That's the message every day until they get to 50. And then calendar it. Set on your calendar. Check with your new consultant at least 3 times a week, more if you've got time. And until they qualify with 1250. But of course, just keep a special eye for those who sell $1,500 in a month, because those are the people who would be a great fit for the Rockstar program to promote to director and earn the fast track rewards. Because when people feel successful, they stay with Pampered Chef and they build a team. And people are developing directors 1 and 2 a month using this system. Okay, so that is when we got through it. I did a screen a minute here. Any questions on anything I talked about? I really want to hear if you have any. Like buts, any reservations. Do you think you could do this program?
Yes.
Doesn't it just makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And seeing it on paper makes it even better. It's all right there.
Yeah. And I have this as a document for you too. Again, the only thing we really need to fill in here is some videos to offer them some videos. But again, just keep it simple. We don't have to complicate it. Again, there are some people who do, 15 posts a day. There are a lot of successful consultants that just post, 5 times a day. It does not have,
Did you say this was already on Angel Team, or
yes,
are you going to put it?
Yeah, I did put the document on Angel Team.
Under files?
Yep.
I couldn't find it.
I'll tag you.
Okay, thank you.
I think I did, Marcy. I don't know.
I'm sure it's not the only thing you've done today.
Oh my gosh, no. Gail, what do you think?
I think it's great. Now, the way we get to this is how, it's going to be screen to screen like this, and we just put it on our computer?
I just did this to present it to you, but it's a document in Angel Team.
Okay. So
but I will share it. I'm going to share it. I think it might be a gift to every person who recruits a new, recruits their first team member. Let them know they promoted to senior consultant, and they're getting a raise, and they get some great information, some great training. Because really, as we move up the ladder, and I'll talk about this in my next workshop with Moving On Up, one of the best reasons to move up is because you get better training every time you move up.
Exactly.
So so any questions? Can you do this?
Yes, I had a question.
Okay.
I have, as you know, some consultants coming out this month.
Uh-huh.
Their launch party is next week.
Okay.
But they haven't purchased the kit yet.
Okay.
And they plan to purchase the kit during the launch party.
Okay.
So my question is, what happens with that?
You put this in motion as soon as they order their kit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is kind of treating this like it was just a regular party.
Okay. Yeah.
And just kind of with the idea of switching over once they purchase the kit. So,
okay, well, how are you doing that? If you're doing a launch party and you've got a link for them to order, how are you going to switch that over to them?
Well, aren't they going to, isn't there a way you can convert that once they buy the kit?
No.
Okay. So what do I need?
I don't do a launch party till they've signed up.
Okay.
In the meantime, it's a host party, and they can use the credit to offset, and they can take the bookings and stuff. But in the meantime, that launch party, it's a regular party.
Okay. So, but all of the guests, when they get ready to book parties, she's inviting her people. So that's who she's going to.
Absolutely. She gets all the bookings for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Good question.
So do I need to encourage her to buy the kit beforehand?
Oh yeah. Again, they can use the launch party credit to offset the cost of their kit.
Okay.
All right. They can do that. It's called kit credit.
All right. So in the meantime, I treat this like it's me having the party, and she buys the kit as the host.
Well, no, she gets host credit. She she, instead of, getting the food shopper, she's getting that money towards the cost of her kit. And then once she signs up, she's the consultant.
Well, that's what she intends to do. Instead of using some of that, she's going to use her some of her rewards to buy the kit in the party.
Okay. Yep. But not in the party. It's after the party. So
when she closes.
She's not really a consultant until she buys the kit, right?
Well, I may not be saying it correctly, but when I close her out, she's going to use her host rewards to buy the kit.
Yes. Perfect.
Right.
Okay.
I'm a little.
That's okay. You know what? I want to make sure that what you're saying is, what's happening. You know what I mean? I just want to.
I do, and I want to make sure I get it right because she's excited. She's so excited. She's already asking people she's invited to the party. She's got a list of folks that she's lining up to do host parties.
Oh, I love it when they're list makers. That's great. Right. Any other questions? So,
I'm glad I asked you that.
Yeah, me too. So Kelly, Kelly, are you still there? Okay. What do you think, Deb?
I think it's great. I have, I recruited during my launch, which was crazy because I didn't know anything. So Gail was wonderful to help me, but she actually is doing her first party next week. So she and I have been talking this week, this is good timing because I'm getting her set up on Post My Party and getting her a template and having her invite me to the party. So we're talking a lot about, I'm trying to make sure she has all the tools she needs to get started. So.
Okay. Again, when new consultants have shows on their calendar, they feel successful. Right?
Yep.
And it's really kind of exciting because, when I started with, a bunch of us started with Pampered Chef, you had to wait till you got your kid and then you did a live party. This is why people are being so successful with virtual parties because everything is happening fast. And I'm going to tell you what, if you've been with Pampered Chef for a while and you want to read a good book, you pick up John Maxwell's Leadership. That book is amazing. Just amazing. Well, if there's no other questions, I'm going to say thank you. And again, I've already posted this on Angel Team, but I will also post it in Joe Pack. Although, again, it needs a little bit of refining, but at least you have somewhere to go and the tool to use, okay?
Yep. Thank you so much. That's
Please share your success with it, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.